Hey, what's up guys? This is Anthony from AnthonysCustoms, and for this video, I'm going to be showing you all of the Street Fighter and Mortal Kombat figures shown at San Diego Comic-Con. Now, if you're like me, you love fighting game characters and action figures for them, and there's been quite a drought. So hopefully we're going to get some good ones very soon. The first ones I want to look at are the Pop Culture Shock 1/6 scale Ryu and Akuma. Now these guys look like they're going to be really good. They've been talking about and showing these for quite some time, at least Ryu. They haven't shown Akuma prior to this point, not publicly anyway. And there's some controversy over whether or not they're going to be very well articulated, or if they're going to have interchangeable arms, things like that. Now Jerry has said in an interview before that he's toying with the idea of interchangeable pieces to afford different looks for each character. For example, the Alpha Ryu versus the Street Fighter 4 Ryu, things like that. He may also even at some point sell alternate outfits, and as you can see in the photos, the clothes are removable, so that will be beneficial for some of you out there for a variety of reasons. But as you can see, these guys look really good, and the goal of them is to be articulated. So whether it does require interchangeable arms for certain poses, we will have the articulation we want for the base figures. So I'm really optimistic for these figures. The larger scale does afford a nice look for the soft goods clothing, and of course you can pack in tons of detail for the actual sculpt work. So I'm very happy about that. And now we have the Storm Collectibles M. Bison. We have seen him before, but there's been a different version with a smaller torso. This is the thicker version, and I'm very happy about that. It's almost perfectly game accurate. You can see he comes with the alternate skirt, which will afford for more posing options, some variety of hands, and some energy effect parts. You also get 2 alternate heads. I am a little bit worried about the head sculpts on some of these Storm figures. They seem a little bit boxy, a little bit flat, but they still do look pretty darn good. And here's the Ryu we've already seen. It's already up for pre-order. If you haven't done that, go over to Big Bad Toy Store and get yourself one pre-ordered using the link in the description below. But as you can see, the faces, not quite right, not quite accurate to the game. Doesn't look bad though. Overall, they look really good, and they're gonna have a ton of articulation and option pieces, so that's an awesome thing. The only thing I'm really worried about with this bunch of figures are the proportions. They look a little bit off, kind of like really broad chests and short torsos and long arms. I'm not sure, and it probably won't matter once they're posed, but it is something to note since this is a new line. There may be a learning curve for the figures. They did finally show a prototype for Ken, which made many people very happy, and he looks like he might even be better than Ryu, so that's a pretty good thing. He is using his new Street Fighter 5 outfit, so it'll be a unique figure in the collection, nothing like that so far, and as you can see, he's loaded with articulation. His proportions seem like they might even be a little bit better also. They did show Alex, which is a very odd choice, which has some people very happy and some people very upset. Very strange choice, I think, to get him in so early, but he looks like he's going to be a good figure, so that'll be a good thing for those of you that are big fans of Alex or just want to fill up as many figures from Street Fighter as you can. He does seem to be pretty much bigger than the other guys, so I think it's going to be interesting to see how they do the scaling. It hasn't been completely clear yet, but there's high hope for that. And then of course we did see the Mortal Kombat figures, which we saw earlier. We've seen them already. They have been up for pre-order, so again, like Ryu, check that out if you haven't yet. We've seen Sub-Zero and Scorpion and even Goro, who hasn't gone up for pre-order yet, but they did show them again. They have had some changes throughout their lifespan, so it'll be interesting to see how the final figures turn out. We do have these bloody versions, which I presume will be the variants, and they look okay. I'm not sure if it's going to warrant the additional price tag for me, being not the hugest Mortal Kombat fan, and the blood's not altogether that obvious. So I don't know, I think some of you are going to like that, especially you hardcore fans, but for me, I'm going to save up my money and spend it on Goro. He looks freaking cool, and it looks like they nailed the forearm aspect of this character, and he's huge, by the way. I've seen him in person before. Not quite as cool as Shao Kahn though. This is the first time we saw this guy, and he looks fantastic. Absolutely stunning figure. He's got the size, he's got the detail, he's got the articulation. This guy's gonna be awesome. I'm super excited for this one, and I cannot wait for it to come out. Even though I haven't played a Mortal Kombat game in probably over a decade, I'm very excited for these guys. So to wrap it up, we've got the 12-inch PCS figures, which look fantastic. They did mention, Randy mentioned, he might go into a new soda style line, but we'll see about that. But as far as being shown, we saw the PCS figures, the Storm figures, and then the Storm Mortal Kombat figures. So pretty good showing, I think, all around, and I think we have a lot to look forward to. So you guys can let me know what you think in the comment section below, and in the meantime, keep collecting.